Hi everyone, today I have a brand new subscription to the market to show you. The curator said that this is basically her soft launch, so of course brand new to my channel as well. It's Around the World in 80 cards, and yes, that's right. There's a logo right there. You're going to be getting a postcard from a different country every month if you subscribe to this subscription. Receiving a postcard definitely brings a smile to my face. It's not a bill, and it gives me a chance to get off the screen, disconnect, and read about an experience, in this case someone's experience from another country. So I get to connect with people from a variety of countries. It's just going to be super relaxing, and I think just a way to take a break from the daily grind. So this subscription offers a optional welcome gift, especially if you gift this, or it's optional if you subscribe in the beginning. You can get this welcome gift. It's available as an add-on at checkout, and this is a handmade pop-up card around the world in 80 cards. And just as the name suggests, it pops up and you see landmarks from around the world. It's a really neat card. Like, again, this is an optional add-on, but it's really cool if you're gifting it. It's something nice. You'll get this before you receive your first postcard. This came from the country of Canada, FYI, just to show you, and I received it. So even with the mail these days being as unsure as it is, I've received 3 different pieces of mail from 3 different countries, which is really awesome. And I'll talk more about the actual subscription, but let's talk about the experience and look at all these icons here, all these travel icons. Hopefully you're seeing this. If not, I'll try to insert a picture of this amazing pop-up card. And it's got the shadows of them. You know, basically it really is around the world, and the logo up there. So this is an awesome homemade card. I think it's fantastic to add this to the subscription, or if you get this as a gift for someone. So, and this is an example of the letter you would receive in the card. You've been gifted a truly one-of-a-kind gift. Introducing Around the World in 80 Cards, a unique snail mail subscription that lets you explore the globe one postcard at a time. Over approximately the next 12 months, you'll receive postcards from around the world, and that's if you gift the annual subscription. Each one crafted, or if you, of course, sign up for it yourself, gift it to yourself. Each one is crafted with a handwritten message just for you and delivered to your mailbox the old-fashioned way, by snail mail. Each postcard offers a glimpse into the lives, cultures, and adventures of the local traveler who's actually there. So this letter will explain to your recipient or to yourself what you're going to receive. 12 handwritten postcards, each sent with a fun new location, stamped and postmarked. I'll show you that in a bit. Sent by their local postal service. So that's really cool. She's not using a crazy mail. It's mail from each individual country. Whether you're a travel enthusiast, a postcard collector, or simply someone who doesn't just want to see bills in the mail, this is the ticket to a fun adventure. No passport required. I'll have the link to this subscription down in the description box and pinned comments below. That way you can get more information and see everything about it. The curator's name is Mimi. She was inspired to do this to put smiles on people's faces. When she grew up, her family could only afford postcards from each place that they went to as the only souvenir if they went on road trips, and she got inspired to do this from those experiences. So the first 2 months that I received was September, Iceland, and October, Belgium. So that's right, we have both of these right here. We'll start with the Iceland postcard, and it's beautiful, of course. I mean, you expected it. So what the curator, there's her logo, what she actually does is she sources writers from each country to literally hand write you a card. This isn't just handwritten and then copied off and mass produced. This is a single postcard being sent from the capital, in this case, of Iceland. I don't know if anybody knows how to, Reykjavik. I know that's not how you pronounce it. Yes, we know, it's a very difficult language in Iceland, but a unique stamp from Iceland. I mean, that just gets me so excited. Iceland is definitely a country that's on my bucket list to go see. And I put washi tape all over my address just to make sure. And so far I've seen both cards, both writers put on little stars and stickers. It's just a creative way that they can connect. And it, it makes each experience unique as well. So of course we've got one of the many famous waterfalls that Iceland is famous for. So I'll read you what the person from Iceland sent to me. Her name was Sally. It says, "Dear Jessie, Iceland is even more magical than I imagined. Yesterday I stood at the edge of the continent, literally at the edge of two tectonic plates. It's wild to think the earth is slowly stretching beneath my feet. I soaked in the blue lagoon, hiked behind waterfalls, and even spotted puffins. This place is a dream for journaling. Lava textures, mossy cliffs, and skies shift from green to gold." So, I mean, she painted a great picture of Iceland with the texture at the end, the moss, the skies going from green to gold. Sally did a great job writing this. Obviously, we know about some of the features in Iceland, the Blue Lagoon, the fact that it's on a tectonic plate, all about the geology of Iceland. And it really inspires me, if I had the materials. I got some waterfall stickers at one point, I think. But I could create a journal page based on the culture and the environment, in this case, that she described to me, which I think is a really neat feature. Definitely brings on inspiration. If you're a writer or poet, or if you know a writer or poet, you could gift this to them for some inspiration, especially if they would like to write about different countries. The possibilities are endless here for creativity. So I got this directly from Iceland. This came really quickly, probably in less than a month. Just 2 or 3 weeks it was here. It was look at this, postmarked from Iceland. I think that's a really cool aspect. The stamp is actually there, so if you're a stamp collector, that's something really awesome too. And then for October, I got one from Brussels, that is in the country of Belgium. And we have some big buildings here that are famous in Belgium. Now, I really don't know as much about Belgium as I know about Iceland. Let me know in the comments below if you've been to either country, to Belgium or Iceland. Again, we have the logo, so we have a different writer that was in Belgium. And this is called the Mannequin PIS Grand Place. That's the name of the building, I believe. I didn't Google any of this. Again, I got washi tape on the back, but we have the stamp from Belgium. And she put stickers along it too, lots of stickers. This is from Mimi herself, and actually she's the curator of this subscription. So Mimi, that's really cool. I'm wondering if you went to Belgium, or if you were, obviously you mailed it from Belgium. We can very much tell that. It says, the stamp, I can't read it. I think it says BELGIE, which I'm assuming might be how they spell it in Belgium, in the language that I am blanking on and not even sure which language they speak. I might put that in the screen. That's kind of embarrassing, but here we go. Look at all these cool stickers. Let's see what Mimi had to write from Belgium. Brussels is a city of contrasts, and it's taught me compassion. I was sitting outside at a cafe just off the Grand Place when a Syrian father and his toddler approached us. I braced myself, expecting a request for money. They didn't speak English, and I didn't speak Arabic. Okay, that's the language. Thank you, Mimi, for that. Wow, unless that just happened to be the tourist or whoever that came up to her. He gestured that his daughter was hungry and was very thankful for our leftovers, half-eaten piece of cake. I began volunteering with refugees soon after. They showed me strength. They showed me that strength can be quiet, dignity persists through hardship, and compassion begins when we truly see each other and human beings. Mimi. Sorry, at the end there, it got into the little postal strip, as you know, with postcards. As a kid, I would always write them to family members, and I would want to fill in as much about my trip as possible, so I would get down to the part, and they'd always say, oh, I couldn't see what you wrote at the end because the post office covered it, with one of the barcodes. But Very nice. Thank you, Mimi. This was a very interesting story just from her experience, culturally in Belgium. And I don't really know much about the country, so here's two different perspectives on two different countries and what you would receive in over 2 different months. And the countries are all listed, some upcoming countries on the website. They're not guaranteed and they are subject to change depending on the current postal status or the country status. As we know, mail these days is a fluid situation. So please do make sure you keep that in mind, and if you have your heart set on a certain country. But Iceland and Belgium came to me really fast. Belgium was October. It might have been about a month. Mimi did send me the dates that she anticipated some cards to arrive, to be mailed. But there is not tracking, so that is one thing. But she does say if, let's say you signed up for October's postcard here and you didn't get it, she would send you November's for free. Especially if you're on a month-to-month plan or an annual plan. There's also a plan to get the entire 80 card collection, if you're interested in that. And you can look at that on the website for all the different plans and options. But this is, it's a lot of fun, and it's just great to get a break in the day and be able to read about the postcard. I think Iceland has inspired me to want to, to make a journal page of something beautiful, a beautiful landscape or something like Sally had described. And of course, this Belgium one inspired me to actually want to look up more about Belgium, including what language is their native language and what the majority of citizens speak there. And I apologize that I don't know that offhand. I should have probably looked that up thinking about it. So maybe I'll know to be more prepared, because the next card that I'm expecting for November is Saudi Arabia, which is an amazing location. I don't think I've ever seen any travel box or travel subscription service feature. I do a lot that features countries, at least I have been lately, and I've watched a lot over my 6+ years on YouTube, and I haven't seen a box or subscription ever feature Saudi Arabia. So I am really looking forward to receiving that one, and I don't know, obviously, I forget what day in November she said that it was the goal was to have it mailed by. So it may not have been mailed yet. It depends, and obviously from when I'm recording to when I post. But I'm assuming, obviously, hopefully I'll get it sometime. It might not be until December or maybe even early January. It's the mail and it'll be the holiday seasons. But for all I know, it could be here really quick. I've never received mail from Saudi Arabia, so that is cool. I mean, I've never received mail from Belgium or Iceland, actually. So this is just really neat. I think my favorite part is seeing the local postal stamps. I've always been into stamps. I have a bit of a collection from a job I used to work, and if I could ever get them organized, I could put them on the channel, but I don't know if that's going to happen at this point. But these are really cool, and just hearing from the culture of the different country, it's just awesome to hear from people who live there or people who are tourists and travel there. It'll be a variety each month. She said sometimes there might be people who live there, and some people it might be people who are traveling and are tourists. So this is an awesome subscription. Let me know what you think about it. Within the month, there is a member section, so there is a digital aspect to the subscription that is included in your monthly fee that you pay, and you can cancel, of course, at any time if you do the month-to-month plan. If you pay ahead of time, that is of course not refundable, but like I said, she does honor it, if you don't receive a card that's lost in the mail, since there is no tracking. So I mentioned the members only content. Once you're a subscriber, that you'll get this password on the back of this welcome letter, and if you get your welcome letter digitally, I'm assuming it will be on there. Like I said, this welcome gift is optional, but you'll have your password for your members only content, and it looks like it's a travel blog, and she's got the bloggers that she pays, might be the same people that write the postcards, that kind of thing. Mimi has a series on her blog about Edinburgh in Scotland, So she's got like, here's the latest blog post is from October 12th of this year. And it's Edinburgh Day 3, Gold Post Boxes and Castle Views. That's the name of it. And there's the castle right there on my tablet. And she just basically has a travel blog, and she'll have different people writing them, I believe. A golden send-off. And then it has different things about Scotland's history, Edinburgh Castle, Defender of a Nation, and all about the castle. And after the castle, I headed back to the hostel, grabbed my bags, and hopped on the Airlink 100 express bus to the airport. It was a smooth ride and a fitting end to a whirlwind weekend. So that is awesome. And there's of course, other vlogs. Her day 2 is museums, haggis, and misty streets of Edinburgh. And then Edinburgh Day 1 is a stormy start to Scotland. And there's a long weekend. Okay, so her whole vlog was a long weekend trip to Edinburgh. And then we have a vlog about Iceland written by Sally, who wrote this postcard right here. And this is for subscribers only. There are a couple articles on her website for free that you can read about some of the countries, but there's in-depth blogs from the postcard writers. So here's Sally's blog here. Alternative Guide, Iceland Self-Drive Tour, 7 nights, 8 days. That would be really cool. Iceland's Wild and Wonderful Christmas, where fermented fish meets mischievous trolls. That was posted on September 25th by Sally. There's the picture right there. I would love to read that one. So you get to have fun. Oh, and my favorite, How to Predict the Northern Lights, a guide for dreamy sky watchers. And, again, that could inspire more journal pages from me. I mean, speaking of which, this is also fantastic for anybody who's into travel journaling or any type of junk journaling where you like to have stamps from the postcards. Obviously, possibilities and creativity is endless. So let me know what you guys think of this subscription in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you as always. And Mimi, thank you so much for sending this to me through the review. I look forward to the Saudi Arabia postcard. Can't wait to show it to everyone when it arrives. And I'm really excited that you chose me, Mimi. She's really sweet. She reached out to me and explained her company in detail. I have a lot more information. If you do have more questions, if you're interested, please feel free to ask questions in the comments down below. If I can't answer your question, I will certainly forward it on to Mimi. So thank you so much, Mimi, for giving me this opportunity to show around the world in 80 cards. And if you're still here hanging out on the video or in the premiere, please don't forget that like, a thumbs up. It helps me and it helps my channel. And until next time, don't forget to hype the like, and I'll catch you later. Bye.